Alright guys, today we're going to be looking at the Lenovo ThinkPad T440p. This is a newer ThinkPad than what I usually look at, but I'm selling this to one of my friends, and he wants me to do a few upgrades for him, so I figured I'd make a video about it. So the T440 series of ThinkPads marked the transition from the classic IBM design to the modern Lenovo kind of design. This thing got a lot of criticism when it came out for having this ClickPad here. There's no physical buttons for the TrackPoint. And thankfully Lenovo 180'd their decision on this with the T450 onwards. They brought back the physical TrackPoint buttons. But people with T440 machines are still stuck with this awful ClickPad. Thankfully it uses the same fit as the T450, so you can very easily swap in a T450 TrackPoint touchpad combination and get your physical buttons back. But there were some nice new features that were brought to this ThinkPad. For one, we finally had the option for an IPS display on the T series of ThinkPads. This currently has a crappy 1366 by 768 TN panel. It's horrible. Look at these colors. I mean, you can just see how bad the colors are when I flip the screen back. And even off-axis, it looks pretty bad. So we're going to be replacing this with a 1080p IPS panel. We're going to be replacing this with a T450 TrackPoint trackpad combination. And we're also going to be upgrading the keyboard. This is the standard non-backlit keyboard. We're going to be replacing it with a backlit keyboard, which is an upgrade that I normally wouldn't do. However, the person I'm selling this to wants the backlit keyboard, so we are going to be replacing this with the backlit keyboard. So without further ado, let's get started. I just want to show you how awful the TrackPoint experience is on this computer. So let's say you're trying to use it. So I'm scrolling, and that's working. Click, right click. The problem is there's really no defined lines between where the left click ends and when the scroll starts, and where that ends and where the right click starts. So it's very easy to be trying to scroll and you accidentally click like this. Or maybe you're trying to click on something and it middle clicks instead. Like, you have to be spot on, and you have to like kind of move your hands in an unnatural way to get the clicks working right. Now, one of the ways that I found that you can kind of mitigate this problem is to go into the settings and change it so the entire touchpad acts as a click. So all of this acts as left click, and then all of this area acts as right click. But it's just one of those stupid instances of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so that's a problem that will be fixed when we get this out of the bag. When we replace this ClickPad with this one, you can see it has the dedicated buttons. So one thing I should let you know is when you get one of these ClickPads off of eBay or Amazon, you have to make sure it is a Synaptics touchpad and not an Alps touchpad. The Alps ones, the drivers won't work properly and you won't be able to get the middle scroll button to work correctly. So it has to be a Synaptics TrackPoint or trackpad. Alright, so as per usual when doing these sort of things, you want to make sure that you turn the power off for the laptop, disconnect the power cord, and remove the external battery. If you're using a T440 or T440s, you also want to make sure to disable the internal battery by going into the BIOS and selecting this option. Once everything has been turned off and disconnected, you can go ahead with taking everything apart. So we're replacing the keyboard on this unit, and even if we weren't, we need to take the keyboard off to remove the trackpad. So there are two little areas on the keyboard where you can get a flat tip screwdriver or some other small object and push up part of the keyboard. This will expose several screws underneath the keyboard, which will allow you to remove the keyboard. Once you've gotten all the screws undone, you can push forward and then lift up to remove the keyboard. But before you completely remove it from the chassis, make sure to disconnect the ribbon cables so you don't break the keyboard or the cables, because that would not be good. If you're replacing the keyboard, then you can set it aside and get your new keyboard ready. But there's another step we have to take. There is an additional ribbon cable here that we have to disconnect in order to disconnect the touchpad, which is pretty simple to undo. Alright, so after this you have to remove the 2 screws that hold the bottom panel in place. Once you've gotten this off, you can see pretty much all of the internals of the laptop. Once you've gotten here, there are several screws you're going to need to take out, which I'm pointing out here. Additionally, there's a screw underneath the optical drive that you'll have to remove the drive in order to access. If you need help, my best recommendation is to refer to the ThinkPad T440p service manual. And if worse comes to worse, just keep taking out screws until the palm rest comes out. Once you've removed all of the screws, the rest of the palm rest is held in by snaps. Carefully pry up the snaps without breaking them to remove the palm rest from the rest of the chassis. If your palm rest has the fingerprint reader, be careful as its ribbon cable is connected to the palm rest and to the bottom of the chassis, and if you're not careful you could damage the cable. Once you've gotten the palm rest out, you should be able to access the touchpad. There's 4 screws holding it in place. Once you've removed these, you can carefully slide the touchpad out of place along with the ribbon cable. Then remove the ribbon cable from the old touchpad and attach it to the new touchpad, because chances are the new touchpad won't come with a ribbon cable. Then slide the cable through the little opening in the palm rest, and then carefully slide the touchpad into place, and then secure it with the 4 screws. Once the touchpad is secure, you should be able to simply push the palm rest back into place as it's held in by snaps. Once all of the snaps are secure, you can then go ahead and proceed to secure all of the screws back in place that hold the palm rest down. The next thing we're going to be doing is replacing the old 1366 by 768 TN panel with a 1080p IPS display. Contrary to popular belief, you probably won't need a new cable in order to do this. Some people suggest that you need to get a different EDP cable connecting the screen to the motherboard in order for the 1080p panel to work, but in my experience this wasn't necessary. Thankfully on the T440p there's no screws holding the bezel in place, it's just a matter of undoing all of the snaps that hold it on, and then removing the bezel. After this, like on most other ThinkPads, there are 4 screws that secure the screen in place. You'll want to remove those screws, and then lift up on the display. Flip it over as if you're closing the laptop display, except just take the screen and not the back of the display housing. Then carefully remove the EDP cable that's connecting the display to the motherboard. Then you can dispose of the old display or put it somewhere for safekeeping. Line up the new display like you had the old one aligned, as if the laptop is shut, and then carefully connect the EDP cable to the display. I should also warn that before you do this, make sure there is no power going to the laptop. This means make sure that the power cable is unplugged, any batteries are disconnected, and in the case of the T440S and regular T440, make sure the internal battery has been disconnected. Failure to do so could blow the backlight fuse on your motherboard, rendering both the display and the motherboard useless. Once you've secured the EDP connector, you can set the display back in its housing and secure the 4 screws that hold it in place. Don't tighten them too much, as this is the point where I like to test to make sure that the display is working. As you can see in my case, it is working perfectly fine. Once you have verified that the display is working and there aren't any issues, you can continue with the reassembly. Make sure your screws are securely tightened, and then remove the small film that's covering the screen during shipping. Then get the bezel and pop it back into place. Make sure all the snaps are secured properly, so that there aren't any unusual gaps in the display bezel. If all is well, then you've just upgraded your T440p to an IPS 1080p panel. Once you've installed the new TrackPoint, you might find that you need to reinstall the drivers or install different drivers in order for the TrackPoint buttons to work properly. I'm going to leave a download link in the description for the TrackPoint driver that worked correctly for me. Like I said, this will only work if you have the Synaptics touchpad. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for part 2 where we upgrade the processor and storage.